We're back now with two-time Oscar winner Denzel Washington. Yes, he's teamed up once again with director Spike Lee for the new movie Highest to Lowest. Always wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
I don't even see anybody right now. I just see you. No one else is here on the couch.
We open on a moment that still doesn't make sense on paper because we've all spent decades believing Denzel Washington cannot be rattled, cannot be cornered, cannot be pulled into a situation he didn't already calculate 5 steps ahead. But when we look at the footage from that live morning, broadcast in early 2025, we can see something different happening. We can see a 70-year-old. It was a trigger. We're told to view this as a walk-off, a moment of frustration. But the more we dig into it, the more we see it as something else entirely. This was Denzel executing a deliberate power move on national television. And Strahan never realized he was stepping into a trap that had been building for months.
All right.
Okay, we gonna leave that alone.
I'm not there yet. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Still got that.
Watch out, Strahan. Yeah.
Oh,
No. I gotta respect the professionals.
I gotta
now.
keep a jacket on. I can't keep up. You know what? The only thing be better than me is being Denzel. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's saying something because you don't go there.
I don't go there, but I want to be you.
It's easy, Michael.
You always put me on the spot.
Man to man,
Okay.
son to son. What would you do?
What my mother said to me was, Denzel, you do a lot of good, but you must do good the right way. She said, and you know what I'm talking about. Can't buy your way in. Can't love your way in. You gotta serve. You gotta do good the right way.
We followed Strahan's career long enough to know he's not reckless by accident. He's an NFL Hall of Famer who transitioned into daytime broadcasting with charm, timing, and that trademark grin he's used to disarm everyone from politicians to pop stars. Yet, insiders who were on the set that day insist this wasn't Denzel losing patience. It was Strahan misreading a man who had just been ordained as a Pentecostal minister in December 2024, just days before turning 70, and whose entire public image had sharpened into something more disciplined, more grounded, more spiritually aligned. The disrespect wasn't casual, it was glaring. And when we consider that Denzel had spent 2024 working with Ridley Scott on Gladiator 2, accepting a reported $20 million paycheck, and publicly reaffirming his dedication to faith and family, the carelessness of Strahan's questions takes on a different weight. By the time Strahan dismissed Denzel's decades of range, everything from Shakespeare to action thrillers to biographical dramas, our phones started lighting up with industry whispers. According to one producer who was in the control room that morning, Strahan had been told before the segment to stick to the script. They claim he insisted on going off book, saying he wanted to keep it real because his rapport with guests was what made the show work. But when we put that next to his tone on air, a pattern emerges. He didn't just ask Denzel about serious roles. He implied that the man who played Malcolm X, the man who carried fences to award season dominance, the man who helped his children bring the piano lesson to the Toronto International Film Festival in 2024, was creatively stagnant. That kind of framing doesn't come from curiosity. It comes from a blind spot that has been growing behind the scenes for a while.
Where he leads me, I will follow. And sometimes it's in the valley. You know, like this role, the wages of sin is, there's no point in worrying about or thinking that it doesn't exist. You know, it's interesting that a role like this is celebrated. You know,
Agreed.
we're at the doorstep. You know, pick a side. I know where I am, and I know where I'm going. So I'm not worrying about what I'm doing. I know who leads me, and I know.
Nas is one of my favorites all the time. Yeah. Because I talk a lot, so he's a wordsmith. I'm up on this now. I was talking about it the other day. This young group, this girl Samara Sin, and Smino.
Oh, you're
brand new teeth. Oof.
You stay current with this.
I've always been that way. You know, the first part of your life you learn. The second part you earn.
Sorry, where's that part? Is it
the third
13?
part you
14?
return?
Okay.
You know, you give back. You know, and you return, or
up or down,
or
but you return.
So you're all still in the.
What hits hardest when we analyze the moment is Denzel's reaction, not anger. Not defensiveness, cold professional. Detachably 50 years, whose performances have grossed over $3.7 billion at the global box office, being told he doesn't understand his own artistic trajectory is more than disrespect. It's amateur hour, and we can't ignore what follows. Denzel's silence. Once he walked off that set, he didn't post a reaction. Didn't release a statement, didn't call in to clarify. He simply let the clip circulate. Within 48 hours, according to 2 separate advertising contacts we spoke with, several sponsors began reaching out to the network asking for assurances that morning segments would maintain professional standards. We're told these weren't casual requests. These were formal inquiries tied to contracts, brand image, and scheduling for the remaining broadcast quarter. And because advertisers are the backbone of morning television, the tone shifted inside the building immediately. Producers who had previously defended Straw's improvisational style started using words like risk, exposure, and liability. The fallout wasn't public, but it was immediate. Meanwhile, Denzel went on with his life, attending rehearsals for Athel at the Barrymore Theater, where the production had reached over $2.8 million in weekly grosses by March 2025, and continuing preparations for his next slate of films.
Yeah, I haven't auditioned for a movie in.
40?
I don't know if it's 40 exactly. I won an Academy Award in 1989.
That's
How many
right.
years ago was that?
So that would be 35?
I'm sure that
correct?
nobody asked me to audition after
That's
that.
crazy!
I may be wrong.
love that
I
for
may be
you.
wrong. I may be wrong.
First guest tonight on this first night back is a movie star amongst movie stars. He is celebrating his 5th collaboration with Spike Lee. Their thrilling new thriller, Highest to Lowest, is in theaters now, and it premieres Friday on Apple TV+. Please welcome Denzel Washington.